It's 11 o'clock, I'm packing, and I have the overhead light on. Boo. Here we go, that looks like every video I have. Uh, I've been thinking about like this concept in my head, and people talk about time management, but I call it like just when I go through the day and think about like all the things I want to do, music, like job stuff, whatever, like sometimes I feel like I'm time like broke, like like it's not necessarily like money, but just time. Like by the time I get back from work or anything, it feels like everything's eaten up. And so that's part of the reason why I started this, because it forces me to allocate some time. It's like time is like in my savings account. If you let me put this together, you have like money, right? And people save money and they allocate that to other things, like things they want, things they desire, things they want to do, etc., right? So you save up money to go on vacation, buy a house, buy a car, buy that new collectible YouTube, whatever you wanted, right? So you save the money, you spend the money, it's like points. And I think that happens with time too. And I don't think we put the same value on time. And I know like when I was young and people be like, time is valuable. I'm like, okay, old man, but now I'm like, yeah, it is. It's like its own currency. If you don't save any time in the day over the course of days, it doesn't compound. You save, with money, you save one time. It's not going to be very useful, right? If you just are like, I'm going to take $100 from my check and save this one time, or I'm going to save a big amount of money this one time. But over the course of time, it drains and then it's gone. And so when you do it consistently, it compounds, and then you look and you have more than you ever expected because you did little by little, right? The same thing happens with time. It's like with time, if you take some time every day towards something you desire, something you want, just like money, then you can develop new skills, develop new habits, develop new hobbies, and genuinely become more time rich, I guess. Time wealth? I don't know how to explain that in that way, but I feel like a lot of people are time poor or time broke, and they don't set aside time. They might spend one big lump sum doing something, but that can only work so often, right? Like if you spend 2 hours, going to the gym, but you only do it once a month, it's not really doing what you need it to do, right? But if you spend 20 minutes working out every day, it's going to compound. It's going to be more than 2 hours. And I know that might be obvious to some people, but sometimes saying the obvious is what helps, because I see that kind of thing and I understand it. But when I actually implement it, it works better for me, because spending an hour doing YouTube and music is better than spending 8 hours working on a song, right? Because I used to do that in college. I used to just work on one song for like hours and then I wouldn't be able to get back to it. And so when I like break it up, especially for my busy schedule, it makes it easier for me to be creative. It makes me easier to come back to it, not get sick of it, and also compound the time, skill, and things that give me more time throughout the week. Plus, you just feel less drained. Instead of spending 8 hours on something and burning out, you're coming back to it. You have something to look forward to. So that's something I've been thinking about a little bit, especially with this challenge, making music, and it's been pretty cool being able to see it get better over time. But until then, see you tomorrow.